download that show. Hello haters, yes and friends of losses, man. Download that show. Hello haters, yes and friends of losses.
Hi guys, how's it going? Good to see you on here. Wow. Hey Dave. Now I don't know if anyone, how many in here caught it, but Mr. David Blaylock had his very first little test podcast, I guess you could say. Few hours ago. It was a little bumpy at first, but hey, you know, if you remember mine, very bumpy. But no, I think Dave will do a great job, and you know, get on there and subscribe to his channel. Dave, you'll have to put your link. Yep, you'll have to put your link in there, and that way everyone can find your channel. Oh, thank you, Melvin. I'm tired. I am really tired right now. I don't know how. I'll probably only run this for an hour this evening because I'm really just wiped out right now. There you go. Yes. Thanks, Gary. Bump in the Night Monsters. That is Dave's channel. And make sure you subscribe to that. Bump in the Night Monsters. And Levon and everyone else who was on there. It was fun. Okay, guys. Let's see. Yeah, this evening. Oh, okay. Nice, Sharon. Woohoo. All right, Dave, you're getting more subs. Yeah, this evening, well, things got messed up. I originally had a gentleman scheduled for this evening, and then we had breaking news. The video, which I don't know how many of you are aware of it, but there's a video of our research area that's been making rounds for different podcasts and so on. Excuse me. Yeah, our team consists of, we've been researching this area since 2018. There's a gentleman from Canada, a gentleman from New York, Bigfoot New York Todd, myself, and a local gentleman from Pennsylvania, from right in that particular area. And they recently put up some live stream cameras on the property, and something came up on the cameras, and I was originally going to have the guy who is in charge of the live stream project, but he's unavailable this evening, and Bigfoot New York Todd, I was going to have him on also, but keep him in your prayers. He's had some ongoing health issues for quite a while, and he's currently, finding a physician or couple physicians who will work together to help his condition. And he was talking to one of the physicians today, and just keep it in your prayers for him. Keep it in your prayers. Also, regarding prayer requests, Gary Spikes, keep Gary, our number one moderator, Gary, keep him in your prayers. He's a fantastic gentleman. I know just about every podcaster depends on him. But not only for what you do for us, but just for you, Gary. I mean, really, what a gentleman. What a true gentleman he is. Plus, the area that he lives in is fantastic. Bigfoot area. Fantastic. Oh, you're welcome, Gary. I love going out there. He lives out in Oklahoma, and I've been out there a few times, and every time I go, I'm just blown away, as to how active it is. But hey, Dee Dee, good to see you. So let's see, and who else? I know I had Martin Groves is also on the prayer list. And there's a few other people, anonymous people. So, yes, Gary is the man. He absolutely is. Okay, announcements. Let's see. We have a camp out coming up June 19 through the 22nd. That camp out is in the Allegheny National Forest. Look it up. It's an active area. The particular campground that we'll be camping at. I've been hearing reports in this campground and in this certain section of the campground for quite some time now. And so June 19th through 22nd, yes, I will be going to this one. This one, it's only an hour and a half from me. I'll be renting a U-Haul van. It's what I do. I set up my cot in the back of the van, and we just go from there and drive up. And, with my condition, I will be absolutely wiped out by the time I get there. So with the van and my cot already set up in the back, as soon as I put the van in park, shut off the motor, get in the back, lay down, and just rest. I don't plan on doing a heck of a lot. Okay, Levon, let me highlight your comment there. Yes, Allegheny National Forest. Yes, it is one of the state-run campgrounds there. And just get on the group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. I have all the information as to which campground in the events section. I have the link there for reservations. So all you have to do is click on the link, June 19th through the 22nd, and get in there. Get your reservations in. We can probably share, some. I know they allow, I think, up to 2 vehicles per spot, per campsite. And so if there's no vacancies, hopefully we'll be able to find a spot for you by sharing and splitting the cost. If you go, make sure, be kind, split the cost. And we're a team, guys. We're in this together. Okay, let's see. And right now, I honestly do not have any other campouts scheduled, primarily because of the way that I'm feeling. Week by week, month by month, I don't know how I'm going to feel. So, right now, all I can say is June. And, if you want to set up a camp out for the group, please do. Okay, Levon, the place you were at was first come, first serve. Yeah. Whenever I'm going solo or just a small group of us, I don't mind going to a place like that. But, for the group, I don't know how many is going to be coming. So that's why, for these campouts, I do the reservation, unless it's for a field, like a large field that I know that we'll have all to ourselves, and there's room enough for 20 vehicles, which will never come, not to my campouts. I don't know why. We've got, might as well say 20,000 members. And we only get a few people attending our campouts, and it's sad. It is truly sad that we get such a low attendance. And field in my yard. Yeah, but you're not going to get people in here, Tracy. People will get. I've got 2 acres here, but there's a lot of springs out in my yard. People would get stuck, and my yard would get all messed up. So no, that ain't gonna happen. But yeah, thank you, Jean. I do appreciate that. I truly do. Jeff, you have room. Hey, if you want to volunteer, to have a camp out at your place or to arrange a camp out or whatever, please do. Oh, Sharon, you live in Belgium. Well, heck, come on. Arrange a camp out there in Belgium. I would love to uh, get out there. I bet you it's beautiful. Scandinavia. I've got a few friends out in Scandinavia, and I hear about quite a few reports. Road trip to Belgium. Woohoo! Yes. Road trip. But yeah, Belgium and, Scandinavia, which is, Belgium is not in Scandinavia. This is just as an aside. Scandinavia, there are Bigfoot there. I'm thinking what I should do and what I've been wanting to do is get one of my friends. She's an American who moved out there to Sweden. And she's had Bigfoot experiences there, and other Swedish and Norwegian ladies that I've spoken with, and a gentleman have been sending me Bigfoot reports for many years now. But yes, road trip, Belgium, camp out. Sharon's hosting. No, kidding. Don't panic, Sharon. I'm just kidding. But yeah, if anyone wants to volunteer to arrange a camp out over the summer, please feel free. Make sure you put it in the group, Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. Put up an event. You'll be in charge of the whole shebang. If you recruit, some other people to help out. It would be so very much appreciated. Truly, it truly would. Hey, Walter, good to see you. Patrick, I see ya. Oregon, okay. We'll camp out. Another road trip, woohoo. Okay, let's see, Oregon, Belgium, what the heck, Scandinavia. I've got another friend in Australia. Couple friends, more than one friend. They're all Yowie researchers. They had invited me there to speak at a conference back in 2020. But unfortunately, in 2020, there was another event that went on that kind of screwed things up for any type of international travel. So that went down the drain. That would have been fun. I was really looking forward to that. I truly was. I've always wanted to go to Australia. Yeah, Tracy, exactly. That's what it was. That's what it was. The pandemic. There's another word for it, but no, it was, and I can't even call it that because it's, I was personally, pandemic. Thank you. Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, Dave, River. Yes. Go see River also. Yeah, I've got oh goodness, I'm trying to think now how many friends, including River. I wish I had, trying to think if I have any friends in New Zealand. Acquaintances, just people that I occasionally talk to, but that's about it. I don't think that there's Bigfoot there in New Zealand. At least not enough activity to really warrant any type of real research. Okay, Sharon, let me highlight your comment here. You've seen something really odd in a forest called, Nigembos? No, something I'll never forget. Ooh, do tell, please. Okay, and let me highlight here. Does anyone think that there have been more Bigfoot encounters since the pandemic? Good question. Very good question. But Sharon, I want to hear more about what you saw, what you experienced in that forest. Yeah, Sharon, if you would like to come on, you're welcome to come on. I can, I'll put the link out for you. Just comment here if you're okay with coming on. And that way, Sharon, you can give me the correct pronunciation. Nagembos, Ninove. I am not familiar with those. I've read a little bit about areas in Germany and the United Kingdom and, of course, Scandinavia. I highly suspect that there are that there's a lot of activity in Wales. Ireland, I don't think not so much. I truly don't. Really haven't heard anything, although they have the leprechauns, the little people, which there are a lot of little people here. Oh, okay, Sharon. I forgot about the time difference. I'm sorry. You're in bed. It's 1:51 a.m. there. Okay. Yes. Oh, well, if yeah, you're on Facebook, aren't you? If not, send me a message, and or post about it in the group. In the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project. Love to hear about it. Truly would love to hear about it. And that way, or send me a message, and I'll read it here for you, and let people know, what you wrote and what you experienced. Something you'll never forget. Wow. Yeah. You're British living in Belgium. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. Okay, now Henry, let's see what you're saying here. Yeah, Sharon, maybe some night, some, it's what, probably Thursday morning for you right now. So some Thursday morning, early Thursday morning, if you feel like talking on the podcast, give me a heads up. Love to have you on. Okay, Henry, not sure. The Bigfoots I've seen have followed the river 10 miles, then the barn, then my lawn 3/10 of a mile from me. You're going to see Bigfoot being that close to the barn. Yeah, if you have any type of outbuildings, on your farm or on your property, they'll use, hey, it's cover. Plus, if there's chickens, livestock, any type of feed that they can steal, yeah, they'll hit that up. No problem, they'll hit that up. Okay, who did I miss? Patty. Oh, sorry to hear about your cat. He wanted to go to his favorite place, the garage, so you're helping him get out there. Well, that's nice. Oh. Yeah, Thursday morning. Okay. Ooh, okay. What? Okay, Lavon has a question. Hey, William. What are your thoughts of Bigfoot following people home? Yes, I can say 100%. Definitely. Yeah, Tracy, yeah, they followed Scott Carpenter home. I have been followed home. There's many researchers who have been followed home. There's a few new researchers who were doing things, well, primarily putting food out, which is something I highly discourage. Don't put, especially peanut butter in jars. Sharon, does it scare you? As long as they're okay and not be nasty, no, it doesn't scare me. It's more a matter of they become a nuisance. That's whenever they'll slap the walls of your home. And yeah, David, I'll highlight your comment in a little bit. And they'll look in your windows. Yeah, and that's what happened at my old place. They followed me home, although they had been coming around for years, but they had a schedule, and I went up into their area during the time that they were not coming to my house. And I stupidly did some calls that I heard on the Not Finding Bigfoot TV show, and did not get a reply. And so, I thought, oh, okay. And closed the car door, drove home a couple miles, and got home, and then went through the rest of the day, no problem, nothing happened. 2:30 in the morning, my husband and I are sleeping in bed. I wake up to the wall getting smacked, and then another wall. and then another wall, and another wall, and then something running back and forth across the roof. A smaller one, apparently a smaller one climbed up and was just running, right across the roof. And it was multiple Bigfoot this time, because usually it was just the one who would come around. And like I said, he had a schedule, and I think it was like another week or so before he was due to come back. Okay, Henry, yeah, good. That's good. You're right. It's too dangerous. Way too dangerous to put food out. Because after that one foolish incident of me calling, I don't call. I don't do calls. I don't bang on trees. And I most certainly won't put food out. It's too dangerous, yes. Number one, with the calls and the knocks, you don't know their language. You don't know what the calls mean. You don't know what the sequence of tree knocks mean. I have a pretty good idea of the tree knocks and what it means, and I know certain calls, but I don't do them because I know what'll come. Okay, Sharon. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, Levon. Yeah, whenever, here in the mornings, I'll go out on the front porch and I'll either sign, whenever Sinead is out there, I'll sign, leave her alone. And, I'll sometimes say something. And right now I can't remember what the native greeting is, because what you have to do, people say, say something in the native language. Well, find out what the native language is for your area. Historically, what tribe was in your area? That's the language that you speak. But Henry, you're right. They know English. And so, most of the time that's what I talk to them in. I just speak in English because they can understand that. Okay, Sharon, let me go back to yours. You have Velux windows in the roof. As the bedrooms are in the attic, you can hear a shimmy across the roof. You have solar panels there also. Yeah. Ooh. Do you think that they're looking through those windows in the roof also? Let's see. I missed what Dave said. Okay. Buffalo Boar Ammo and Outdoors Podcast. Gary, they follow you home and your alpha runs them off. Good. That's his job. Very good. Okay, let's see. Dave, I was watching a shooting podcast and a professional hunter said he saw little people a couple times in the Rockies. I think we talked about those was it last week? We were talking about the little people, and they are all over. And it just, it depends on the area, because some of them are dangerous and they're known to be man-eaters. I know the ones I've heard out in Oklahoma, out west, I've heard that that's what they are. Around here, out of respect, you put tobacco out for them, to show them that you're friendly, you respect them, and that this was their territory, or still is, and you're just staying there, and you hope to be good neighbors. You don't want to be at war with them. You truly don't, because they can make life hell for you. And I suspect, hey, leprechauns, in Ireland. Okay, let me go back. I know there was something else. Was it? No? Gotta back up, make sure that I'm getting all the comments here. And please, guys, put your questions, in all capitals if you can, please. It helps me to see them a little bit easier. Okay, Sharon. Yeah, black out the bedroom windows. Yeah, I'll bet that creeps you out. I know the night that they followed me home and they came middle of the night, running, the one running back and forth across the roof. That scared me, because before it had only been one banging on one wall, and that would be it. Well, this night it was like multiples of them, and then the one up on the roof. And here's my husband, sound asleep, right next to me in the bed. He would not wake up. He had worked that day. He had to go to work in the morning, and God bless him. He's I think he didn't come in until late, maybe 7, 8, or 9 o'clock, depending on where his job was that day. And so he was tired. Of course, he was exhausted, and he was sleeping. And but no matter what, I was just surprised that he wasn't waking up through all the racket. And so, I woke him up finally, but I don't think he was fully awake, because he honestly does not remember me insisting that he go around the house and make sure all the doors and windows were locked. And yeah, each time it gives you a horrible feeling of fear to leave the window closed. Yeah. Yep. All the windows have blackout blinds attached to the windows. Okay, good. I don't know how it walks on the roof because of the solar panels. I've looked and seen no trace. I know it was the same at my place. Although we did not have solar panels, we were just surprised that there was no sign, of anything walking up there. Melvin, here, let me highlight your comment right here. This is very important. Motion sensor lights work too, sometimes. we had motion sensor lights on our other house. And they would work. But every so often, I would go out there and I would know that, the Bigfoot was out there. And following morning, I would complain to my husband, why did you move the motion sensor light? It didn't trigger. I need that to trigger whenever something's back there. And he said, I've never moved it. And so I went out and we looked at it, and doggone, yeah, the light had been moved so it would not trigger. What the Bigfoot was doing was he was coming up. We lived in a one-story house, and it was a ranch house. And it had very wide eaves. It was a 1950s ranch home. Very wide eaves. It would come up under those eaves, right next to the side of the house, reach up, and just move the motion sensor light so it wouldn't trigger. And that's what he would do. Okay, so you cannot always count on those motion sensor lights, guys. And cameras, same thing. They will disable them. With the infrasound. Now, again, this isn't woo. What we nickname woo. It's not paranormal. Infrasound is science. You can look it up. The military has a heck of a lot of information on this because I dug for this information, for electronics. Infrasound will disable and interfere with electronics. So your cameras will either it'll just become all static, or something will happen. Sometimes they just won't work. Yeah. Solar lights, again, if they can reach them in some way, and if they are interfering with their movement, then the Bigfoot will move the lights. They will do something so that they won't interfere with their movement. That's what they do. You had 4 grown peacocks that would walk on your roof. I'll bet they were a good alarm system. Peacocks are noisy. I got lucky between the sensor light and security cameras. They know their boundaries, and you know yours. Again, you cannot count 100% on that. I hate to say it. There is so many things that they will do. Again, if they want in there, if those cameras or if those lights are interfering with their movement, with where they want to go, they will disable them. That's fact. Your game cameras have a metal box around them. The box itself is 2 8-inch lag bolts into your trees. Okay, that's good. That's good. Infrasound will reach through that and disable them. The metal box really won't affect that. Won't stop it. Okay, let's see. A few years ago, I had raspberry bushes growing in the front garden. They were covered in berries. Overnight, the bushes were stripped. No trace of it on the cameras. Yeah, I know. I've got a bunch of blackberry bushes along our fence line, and I keep an eye on them. And waiting, for the perfect time to start picking them. And I get out there, prepared with a basket or bowl or something, or apron with pockets, and I'll get over there, and they're stripped, completely stripped. And yeah, the birds will do it. They'll go after them, of course, and that can account for the ones that are higher up. But then the other ones, oh, I'm so mad, because I'm so prepared. Just mouth watering for those berries. I use the game cameras like a fence aimed at each other. Okay, just enough to redirect gently. You have grandsons. Yeah, you have to protect the grandsons, the children. But, again, just to warn you, they can and will disable those game cameras. If they want to, they can disable them. Aw. Amanda, it's I had listened to other researchers, talking about this, and some of it I thought, oh, they're full of it, or okay, I kind of believe it, but gotta see it to believe it. Well, until you experience it yourself, which I have, it's that's whenever I can say 100% things that I know. Otherwise, it's these are things that other researchers that I've heard from, and so on and so forth. But like the game cameras being disabled, that's happened to us personally in our research area. In my security, the security motion sensor lights being disabled and moved. You would not believe what they did to our game cameras, and like Henry, they were aimed at each other. They were certain pathways that the Bigfoot would take, and we would have the cameras directed at those pathways, and other areas that we knew that they passed through, and we would find them disabled. We would find them either completely removed from the tree. One of them, I think, was tossed up a little bit higher into a tree. Another one, it's just crazy. It's crazy the things that they will do. It truly is. Okay, let me scroll through here. They actually were a pain in the butt. Yeah, I agree. They're a pain in the butt. Gary, you are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing all those links. I tell you what, guys, Gary Spikes, he is an amazing gentleman, and I use that word very carefully. He is a gentleman and so thoughtful and just a wonderful moderator. And I want everyone to appreciate him for not only for what he does, but for being such a just a nice guy. Okay, let's see here. Have I ever seen a gugway? No, thank God. We suspected that there was a gugway in one of our research areas. We were highly suspicious. And I've been receiving other reports recently that, of a possible gugway. Unfortunately, well, the first report was back in 2018, and I investigated it, and that was inconclusive. I really couldn't pin down anything in particular that there was a gugway. And again, the more recent reports that I've been receiving, unfortunately, I am unable to get out there and investigate anymore. Can't do it. Not until I get my strength back, which I'm working on, just working on. And so we'll see. We'll see. If I receive any more reports, I've got a few friends in that area that I can send out to check on things. Okay, some are hard to believe, but yeah, you're right. Experience will change everything. Yeah. Yep. You're right. I don't blame you, Levon. I don't either. I don't ever want to see a gugway. I know Duke saw one whenever he was a kid, and I think from what I recall, that was out in Minnesota. Yeah, there's a who was it? Made a drawing of what he saw. Of a gugway, and I think that's the representation of whenever you picture a gugway. That's the drawing that I think most people anymore think of, and that's the one that he saw. Ooh, Amanda, God bless you. Wow, you saw one when you were 10 in Wolf Creek, Oregon. Wow. You had no idea what it was until YouTube. Oh my, Amanda. Now I'm sure that Dave Blaylock knows where Wolf Creek is because he lives in Oregon. Let's see. I appreciate it, Amanda. I do. I appreciate it so much. Okay. Is the Gugway bald? I'm trying to remember from the drawing made from Duke's description. Honestly, can't remember. Honestly, don't remember. Dog man. What did Gugway look like in your area? I think the description that we got was that it looked like it had a mask on, like a skull mask. And that was the primary trigger for me thinking Gugway. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Leonard. Good to see you. Okay, let's see here. You guys, as a reminder, if you have a question, just put it up in all capitals. I think I'm only going to be on here till about 9 o'clock because again, I'm pretty wiped out. I'm exhausted. To me, it was a busy day. To anyone else, it would be nothing. Okay, wait a minute here. Tracker. Not a Gugway. If it was a mask, that's a Bigfoot Deer Society member. Jeff, you're right that may have been part of it. You know, I was up until 11:30. Was it? Yeah, 11:30 last night. Yeah, I slept in till 7:30 this morning. Yeah, that was tiring last night, but it was a good show, Jeff. Very good show. Yeah, last night was Old Line Cryptids 1 year anniversary. And congratulations to them. They had their 1 year anniversary podcast. A bunch of us was on there, and oh my, it was a good show. It was. Yeah, I came on late. Fortunately, apparently I missed a troublemaker. I'm glad that I missed it. I have no desire to see whatever it was that he posted. And yeah, I completely forgot about our 1 year anniversary for my show here for the Monkey Wench podcast. Our 1 year anniversary for this podcast was in December. So you can say it's our 1.5 year anniversary now, almost in June, I think second week in June, it'll be our 1.5 year anniversary. Okay, there was a question back here. Let me go back. Have you seen a baby Sasquatch or little ones? Possibly. One day I was out in Moraine State Park, which is in Butler County, maybe a half an hour from me. And I wanted to go hiking up one of the trails. So, I had my good Nikon camera with me that day and started hiking up the trail. Whenever I came to a tree, huge tree that had come down right across the trail. And I thought, bummer, and yeah, I could have gone around it, or I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I think I could have crawled underneath it if I was that motivated. It was too big for me to have climbed over top. This was a huge, old tree, old one. And, but yeah, I could have gone around it easily enough. But just as I got to it, I started to get I was hit with a sudden feeling of danger, just an intense feeling of intense danger that if I didn't go, bad things were going to happen. And so I listened to my instincts, or if that was maybe something else hitting me with infrasound or something, saying, because whenever you get hit with infrasound, it'll manifest in different ways. And that's one sign, possible sign of infrasound. But I listened to my instincts. But before I turned around to walk away, I casually brought my camera. I didn't bring it up to my face. I just brought it up about waist high and just casually did a 180 of shots, of camera shots, and turned around and walked back to my vehicle. And as I was walking back also, I just casually held my camera and snapping photos behind me as I walked away. And, and I left. Well, whenever I got back home, I went over those photos. And in one of the photos, I had to zoom in, because I thought that I saw a face. And of course, could be pareidolia, but I had to zoom in because it was a small face in a fork of a tree. And, I looked at it, there's a small figure. And I thought, that's possibly a baby Bigfoot. Possibly. I'm not going to say 100% what it was. Who knows? Honestly, don't know. And it could have been pareidolia. I have the photo in the group somewhere. If you do a word search, maybe just for the word baby or baby Bigfoot, it may come up. So try that, whenever you get into the Pennsylvania Bigfoot Project Facebook group. just do a word search, baby Bigfoot, and it'll probably come up. It's from 20, let me think when that was. I'm thinking 2019. Not sure really. Could have been before that, but that's the closest that I've come to possibly seeing one. Okay, let me back up here. Yeah, I'm curious. How long did the old line cryptids go last night? 4 hours. Woo. Okay, yeah, infrasound. Yeah, infrasound means turn around and leave. Yes. Amanda, yes. Yes. Oh, it meant a ride in an ambulance to the hospital. Oh my goodness, Gary. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, you don't go quick. You just calmly walk away. You don't run. If you run, you become prey. Yeah, that's what Jerry was telling me. And I'm glad I missed it. I am truly glad that I missed it. Yeah, what sent you to the hospital, Gary? Jeez. Oh, that's right, Levon. Yeah, Levon saw a baby and a juvenile together. Forgot about that. Yeah. Now, Levon was on my podcast. She was a guest on the podcast. What was it, about 3-4 weeks ago, something like that. So if you go back in the, on the YouTube channel, just look for Levon and listen to that podcast. It's fascinating. It was a very good, Levon, you did fantastic. And I hope that you've been making the rounds of other podcasts because you really did an awesome job. Jeff, I want to be just like you when I finally grow up. God bless you, Leonard. Yeah, you're about to unleash the beast. Yeah, the Hulk, huh? Do the Hulk smash. Oh, good, Levon. I'm glad. You deserve it. You deserve, getting on a bunch of different podcasts and sharing your story, because it should be shared more. Jeff is still growing up. Well, Jeff is a youngster. We went over that last night. He's a youngin'. Yeah, but yeah, there's Levon's channel, so get on there and check out her videos, her research and everything. I've always said it, she's a fantastic researcher. Fantastic. And did she? All right. Amanda's Crazy Life channel. I'm going to have to check out your channel, Amanda. The Oddcast podcast, off the record. Oh, and Muddy Creek podcast. That's Miss Vicky's. That one is another very good podcast. Miss Vicky, she's awesome. She is going to be a guest in a few weeks. I know. Let me check out the schedule here. Okay, next week will be Bigfoot New York Todd and Logan Shosau, and I know I'm mangling his last name. And that'll be about the video from our research area. And that's what we're going to talk about next week. May 28th, Wednesday, May 28th, is Miss Vicky from Muddy Creek podcast. So make sure you get on then also. I've known Vicky for a few years now. And fantastic lady. Absolutely fantastic. And she's down in North Carolina. And she researches all over the place. But I think I was, at that point in time, I was primarily interested in her research in, what is that forest area in North Carolina? Heck. Because a friend of mine, he's a primatologist for a zoo. I think it's Asheville or Asheboro, one or the other in North Carolina. And he's a skeptic about Bigfoot, and he lives right on the edge of that forest, and I cannot think of what the name of that forest is. And he says there's no Bigfoot there. There's no Bigfoot there. And I tell him, all I can go by is what I've heard from other researchers who have gone in there. And this friend of mine who's the primatologist, thank you, Fire Bass. Yeah, Wahari. I don't know how you pronounce it. Yes, the Uwari National Forest. But yeah, this friend of mine who's a primatologist, he had actually trained under Jane Goodall in Africa. He's extremely knowledgeable, extremely experienced, extremely knowledgeable, very woods aware. Oh, Amanda, how nice. I'm going to have to check that out. And he's also been an animal wrangler on some TV shows. And he was an extra in Last of the Mohicans, as a matter of fact, also. But again, he's extremely woods knowledgeable. He was born in the woods, raised in the woods. But he insists that there are no Bigfoot in the Uwharrie National Forest or in existence anywhere. But more specifically there in the Uwharrie National Forest. And so I really wanted to get into that area because, hunters go in to woods, and, I hear from hunters all the time. They say, Bigfoot doesn't exist. I've been out in the woods for 60 years. I've never seen any. And I tell them, whenever you hunt, what are you hunting for? You're hunting for deer. You're hunting for rabbit or squirrel, or but primarily for deer, correct? And they said yes. And I said, with deer, whenever you hunt for deer, you are looking for that horizontal line of their back and the movement, the horizontal movement. And they always say yes. And I said, with Bigfoot, you look for vertical, up and down. That's what a human-like figure, only larger. Or they may be on the ground, or they may be up in the tree above your head, right above your head, watching you, and you're not aware of them, because that's what they will do. Yes, Melvin. Yeah, always look up. Always. Look up in the trees, because they'll be up in those trees. Especially now with the leaves filling in. Yep, they'll be up in the trees. Or under those thick bushes, because they'll go in them also. The thick rhododendron, perfect hiding area. But anyway, Miss Vicky will be on May 28th. And Bigfoot New York Todd and Logan Shosau from the Bigfoot live stream project are coming on next week. So make sure you come back next week, for that program, because we'll be watching the video, the actual video from the game camera, the live stream game camera. We'll go over it. We'll go over it second by second, and the three of us have different points of view as to what it is. And all I know is, I'll let everyone have your own point of view as to what you see, what you suspect, and all I can go by is from my own experience. And tell you what, I have one of the photos here. In fact, I have 3 photos. Let me bring up. Now that's part of the figure that I took a screenshot, just stopped the video and screenshot that particular spot, because this is a very important clue as to what it could be. And I'll take you to one of the other photos. Now looks like the same, but then there's something else on it. And I think that's about the only clues that I'm going to give you guys. That. And that. Next week, I'll have the video. I'll show the video itself. We can go second by second. All right, there we go. We'll go over the video itself. And if you want me to go forward or backwards or stop at any point on the video next week, I will do that. So I think next week's program is going to be pretty good. So I hope that you return next week. Tell you what, guys, I'm just going to shut it down right now because I'm wiped out. I did a bunch of baking today. I made some hot dog buns, which I don't get enough practice doing, and I'm not happy with the way they turned out, but they were good. Mount Shasta. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've heard so much about that place. So much. Yeah, there's so much going on there. But yeah, guys, thank you. Thank you, Levon. Yeah, I'm going to. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, guys. But yes, I'm going to close it down here. Thank you so much. You guys have made tonight's show just awesome. You really did. And I used to do these these shows occasionally, like once or twice a month, where I wouldn't have a guest on and just have just simple question answer conversation, or I'd even just talk about my garden and what I planted or baked or whatever, and I think these shows are fun. Helps me to get to know you guys a little bit better, and you get to know me too. But as a reminder, let's see, it's not showing up. There we go. There's my book, What I've Learned About Bigfoot, 50 Years and Counting. It's on Amazon. Just look up my name, Mary Fabian, and just type in my name and Bigfoot. It'll come up. If you want an autographed copy, send me a message through Messenger, and you can order it from me, and I'll send you an autographed copy. Okay, guys. Again, thank you. Thank you. Awesome. You're awesome. I think you're the best audience. I truly believe this. Good friends. And I think that's it. Because I can ramble on. So, love you guys. God bless. And let's see, what shall I play? Monkey Wench out.